unfortunately, they are there not to represent you, but to represent the builder, which is honestly the most costly mistake that you can make. Now, walking into a model home without your own representation can actually be one of the reasons why you don't get the best deal, you end up getting stuck with the first options that you see, and you don't actually see all of the potential that you could have saved when actually working with somebody that is representing you. And in this video, I am going to be highlighting 3 new builds that are going to really work, especially if you're looking for your first time purchase as a first time home buyer. Maybe you're VA and you're looking to really utilize as many savings as you can, or you're looking for your first investment property and you want it to be a residential home. Now, I'm going to be doing this as a format of a voiceover as I show you the product. But before I get into that, I just really want to highlight why I believe this video is important for you. I've seen it time and time again where people go into a model home, they work with the builder rep that is on staff, and unfortunately, they are there not to represent you, but to represent the builder. And I've said this many times, and ultimately it's happened with people where they're first time buyers, they don't really understand what's the difference between going with their own person that is going to represent them, aka a realtor that was hired by them, versus working with the builder rep. And to simplify it for you, it's like going with the attorney of the person that is suing you, right? They're not going to tell you all the details that you should know. And one of them we will get into in the video, which is honestly the most costly mistake that you can make. Now, I do want to share, especially if you're new to the channel. Hi, my name is Alexa. I'm a local real estate advisor. I'm also the team leader for my real estate team, and I'm an investor. And I don't share this from just a place of, oh, look, I invest and I have my properties. I actually share this because I believe that if I'm telling you to do something, or at least trying to educate you on something, I should be doing it too, right? I don't tell you that you should invest in stocks if I'm actually not doing it. I don't tell my kids to think positively if I'm not actually doing myself these things. And I do believe that when you're working with people that are guiding you on one of the biggest investments of your life, they should be doing the work as well. So with that, I want to give you some tips and tricks that you should consider. And of course, I would love the opportunity to work with you. My team and I are nationwide. So even if you're not looking to purchase in El Paso, send us a message and we are able to assist you, whether it's in New York, whether it's in California, Oklahoma, you name it. But my goal is to ensure that you are not taken advantage of. When I purchased my very first home, I honestly did not like my realtor. I feel like she didn't guide me. I feel like I had many questions as a first-time buyer, and I feel like I really just bothered her because I wasn't getting the answers that I needed, and she was feeling very frustrated. I believe that when you're purchasing a home, you should have questions, and the people that you're working with should have patience for you. So with that, this video is going to highlight one specific builder, and I will be doing more videos that will highlight more of the builders in El Paso. So if you enjoy this type of format, make sure you drop a comment down below or share it with somebody that is thinking about relocating into El Paso. But with that being said, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so as promised, we're going to be comparing 3 homes by the same builder today, and on our next video I will be highlighting some other builders just to really help you compare everything that we're going to be talking about. Now, this is really where I want you to focus on what El Paso can get you for your money. We want to give you options so that you can decide what really makes sense for you. Now, to start off with this builder, although they are considered one of the more affordable builders, they have really leveled up in a lot of things. As you can see, the cabinetry, I mean, this green is something I personally love. Maybe some of you are like, Alexa, that's not a green for me. And hey, don't worry, stick with me. There's going to be more options that maybe are in more alignment with what you like. But this is really where I like to compare, because if you're a first-time buyer, right? If you're maybe a buyer on a budget, or maybe an investor looking for something that really makes sense, but that is still going to give you, the best price per square foot, then you really want to compare the incentives that this builder is giving you. Now, right now, depending on the time you reach out to me, they're giving up to 6% in closing cost. They're also helping you with that contribution to buy down your rate. We just closed one of our veterans and we were able to get her with a 4.875 on the rate, which typically, just to give you a little guideline here, the market is performing at the low sixes, high fives. So that was a great savings for her. When we were comparing properties, she actually said, Alexa, I would like to have a monthly payment that is no more than $2,200. When we started looking for houses that were resale homes, her monthly payment for a house of around $200 to $220 was going to put her at about $2,000. When we started looking at the incentives that these builders offered, we were able to get her for a higher purchase price and the exact same monthly payment that she wanted. When we compared everything, it just made more sense for her to buy something turnkey and not have something outdated. And this is really where I focus on the fact that when you go into an open house and you go and you look at the builder that's there, the builder rep, that they're, highlighting the product for you, that's amazing. But guess what? They are not there to represent you. They are there to push the product that their builder has hired them to do. This is really where I need you to understand they're not going to show you other builders. They're not going to help you compare options. They're not going to tell you that there's a better deal somewhere else. That is our job as your agent. And this is really where I want you to focus that on this particular floor plan that we're looking at, it has a 4-bedroom setup, and some of you guys are like, Alexa, this is perfect. This is exactly the type of square footage that I want. This is exactly the type of amenities that I would like. Well, the prices really work nicely when it comes to my first-time buyers or veterans, or especially like investors that just want like a house they can get so that they can eventually rent it out. This is really where you're going to be in like the 220s to like 280 range, which is going to be below the 300,000. The last one we were able to get under contract was at 270-ish, 275-ish with some change. But this is where I like to really harp on the fact that comparing your options is going to be your best friend. Now, I want to be very transparent with you, okay? No matter what builder you choose, whether it's an entry-level builder or a higher-end builder, there can always be things that come up. The key is not finding the perfect builder. As you can see here, they're still working on it, so it will not be turned in this way. But it's not just about finding the perfect builder. It's actually about making sure that you understand, first of all, the house was built by a person, just like you and me. Until the robots take over and completely do all the construction for us, there's still going to be mistakes that are going to happen. And even then, I could argue that mistakes happen. ChatGPT makes mistakes all the time, right? But the key here is actually doing your inspections, asking the right questions, and working with someone who understands how to navigate the home buying process. Because I've personally seen issues at every price point. I've also seen great experiences at every price point. Now, at the end of the day, this is where you actually need to compare, right? What is your preference? Some of my buyers, they want the lowest price per square foot. They want affordability. They want a low monthly payment, but they still want something that is new. Others, they want the amenities in a high-end neighborhood. They want to be in an HOA. They want some more upgrades, different finishes. They want to be by the mountains. They want to be by a golf course. Obviously, this is where comparing matters. My goal is not to push one builder. It's to show you all the options that you have so that you can actually make the best decision for you and your family. We actually help our clients compare builders, negotiate the best incentives available, and make sure that you're not leaving money on the table. Now, overall, this is really where my entire preface for these videos is to help you make a decision that makes sense for you long term. Whether you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, send us a message. My team and I would love the opportunity to assist you. And regardless, if you are just comparing right now and trying to decide, Alexa, do I even want to be in El Paso? follow the channel because I make videos like this all the time. I really want to help you guys see the different areas. I made a complete new playlist on that as well. I've already talked about the West in El Paso, the far West in El Paso, the East, the far East, and Horizon. And I will continue to make more videos like that because I know that my clients that have reached out from the YouTube channel, they genuinely appreciate it because it helps them feel like they're part of El Paso without being here. And especially when you're comparing places like Dallas, Austin, you know, there's so many stigmas that go around like El Paso being really small, and it's actually not true. El Paso is growing. Yes, it's a lot smaller than Dallas and Austin and San Antonio and so forth, but it's growing, and this is really where you want to have somebody that is going to have boots on the ground. So with that, thank you for watching this video, and I'll let you continue to enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. And again, if there is any questions that you need, let us know. We do have a free buyer and seller guide. You can click those down below and actually claim them. They are completely free. But at the end of the day, make sure that you're working with people that actually care about servicing people. I believe that when you take care of people, people will naturally also want to take care of you. So with that, thank you for hanging out with me today, and I will see you on the next one.